I think we started that calendar not long after we started SuperRigs, so it has been going for a very long time.
Julie Wright joins me now. She is with Shell Rotella. Julie, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Now we're into the month of March, which seems crazy. I feel like this year has flown by. But I'm excited to talk to you about something that I know a lot of truckers and people in the industry absolutely love getting every year, and that is the Super Rigs calendar. Tell me more about the calendar.
Yes, so the Super Rigs calendar comes out of our Super Rigs truck show event that we hold every year. So we choose 12 trucks for these highly coveted spots, and they are photographed around various points of interest in the city or town that we are hosting the Super Rigs event in that year. This calendar has been a mainstay, I think, in the trucking community for years. We will often get attendees who have had multi generations that have been in the calendar, and this is a huge source of pride for the truckers. Making it into the calendar is a really big deal and something that they can hold on to for a long time.
Do you know how many years the calendar has been done?
So Super Rigs has been going for this will be the 43rd year. I think we started that calendar not long after we started Super Rigs. So it has been going for a very long time.
And now this isn't, I mean, I know there's a lot of calendars out there, probably a lot of trucking calendars. This one kind of is above the rest. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I think that that is definitely fair to say. I actually have the 2025 one here with me, and it's really a piece of artwork if you think about it. There are 12 kind of beauty shots of these working trucks that are selected, and they are so meticulously kept up. The paint schemes on them, the way that these truckers take care of them, you can just really feel the pride coming through each of these pictures. We also make it a point to highlight the driver in each month that their truck is shown with a little bit about what the calendar means to them and what being chosen for the calendar means to them. And the stories are always they're really touching to read, and it really hits home and makes you take a step back and realize that this calendar is changing people's lives. This is in a lot of cases what they really strive for, and what they really want to have their mark on it. So it is, yes, 12 pages, full color. And I'll just show an example here. We have it's really a full truck picture for the top of the calendar, and then we always have the winner, owner of the truck there at the bottom. So yes, it is a huge honor to be in this, and really is like a collectible piece. People kind of clamor after these year after year.
How do you choose the 12 that are featured?
So you might find this hard to believe, but there isn't really a set kind of process or rules that we follow. Um, Other than needs to be a working truck, obviously, being in super rigs. It's really the appeal of the truck, the aesthetics, and also, at some level, it comes down to knowing what your photograph locations are and what trucks would work really well in that space. So I will say everybody has an equal opportunity when they show up. These are not trucks that are chosen beforehand or predetermined on any level. It is open to all attendees, all contestants at SuperRigs. So it's kind of anyone's game, I guess you could say.
What are the reactions typically like from people who do you just walk up and tell them that they're going to be featured or ask them if they want to be featured? I assume usually the answer is yes.
Yes.
But what is what are their reactions like?
The answer is always yes. Yes, they are in-person conversations. Usually we walk up to the trucker and just ask them, um, it could be something as simple as, hey, can you be at, Dallas City Hall at 5 a.m.? And they instantly know. And they are ecstatic. It's like a kid on Christmas morning. We've had everything from people running circles to actually shedding tears over it. They're just so touched and excited to be chosen and featured in the calendar. So it just speaks to the history of it and the importance of it. And just what it means to this whole trucking community, the source of pride that it really delivers to have your working truck featured, and it will be hung on thousands of people's walls, across the US and across Canada for the next year. So it's definitely one of the prizes at Super Rigs, although it's not holding up a trophy. This is in and of itself, you can be a winner just being chosen for the calendar.
Now you mentioned about, being at Dallas City Hall at 5 a.m. That I think is
Mhm.
one of my favorite pictures.
Mhm.
How are the locations chosen for where these photos are taken?
Sure. So we scout the locations, scout the city. So once we have chosen a location for Super Rigs, so for example, last year was at Texas Motor Speedway. So we work with our photographer who will then go into the market and scout locations and points of interest and really um, visually appealing places, things that would be great or have some kind of like a history to them or a little story behind them. And she will come in and look at the location. It's also determined on what is the weather that day, and what lighting would be great for this particular shot. They do work months beforehand to scout these locations, permit them, get all of the right equipment and setting, and get the lighting just right to be able to capture that one perfect picture and kind of immortalize the truck.
Do you think people realize all that does go into it? It's not just, parking the truck and snapping a photo. Like there's a lot that goes into taking these pictures.
I would assume they probably do not. I think people just kind of look at things on the paper and maybe don't think about everything that led up to this one moment, this one picture being taken. How many times did the truck have to be repositioned? Oh, was the sun shining right off of the windshield? Did we have to, back it up 6 inches to be able to capture this in the background? I think there's so much that goes into it, that even some of the drivers who are chosen for the calendar, they don't even know what is going into it, and they are often impressed when they come back from a shoot that I had no idea it was going to be so much preparation or so much positioning, the lighting, all of that. But I will say our photographer is very efficient. She has been shooting um, trucks for a long time. She kind of gets in and out. She knows exactly what she wants. This is part of the scout to know the exact angle and positioning. um, and there's a precious daylight, where that perfect position of the sun. So she does a great job with it.
Does she choose what trucks go to which locations?
She does not. That is completely handled by the Shell team. Now she will advise on, I need a just a tractor for this next shot, or the next location, the next 4 locations can take a tractor or tractor trailer. Some are a little bit constrained on the space. But other than that, yeah, she really doesn't dictate any of that.
And talk to me about, I mean, this has grown in popularity over the years. I know here in the office when these arrived, we got a handful, and I mean, everyone's. I think someone almost stole mine.
Yes.
Talk to me, I guess, just about the popularity and how it's grown over the years.
Yes, they are definitely a very popular product in our office as well. So much so that we have, when it initially started, it was open to the shell distributors to purchase them. And then we would supply some, of course, to partners and also the winners. But over the past several years, we have also produced copies that we can sell and make available to the public. So if you weren't able to attend, but you're really wanting to get your hands on a calendar, we now have that ability to offer those to the general public in limited quantity. So they often do sell out pretty quickly once we post it on social and kind of put the word out there. But it just speaks to the loyalty, I think, of drivers and users for Shell Rotella, and also just the support around this community, around the trucking community. Wanting to kind of celebrate and highlight others that have these gorgeous rigs.
I'm curious, do you have a favorite month?
I do not have a favorite month. I would say I do love Barry's Cab Over. I don't know
Ooh,
what month it is. It's
it's towards the beginning.
is it? Let me see if I can find it here.
But
I
is
just
it
think that truck it yeah, this
March?
one.
Yeah, yeah, that is beautiful. The
I
colors
think that's such
gorgeous.
a gorgeous truck. Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
that's
I'm
awesome.
partial to green though, so
Yeah. Now are you guys gonna be at Matt's?
we will be at Matt's.
Do you
Yes,
have
that is
calendars
coming
at
up here
Matt's?
in just a few weeks. Yes, yes, I will be there. We have a lot going on at our booth this year. We've got a touch table, a touch screen, and just educating about some of our full synthetic products, and really making an effort to try to understand our users better, and keep developing marketing and products to help them in their everyday lives, help their operations go more smoothly when it comes to their engine. We also are having a Rotella recording booth this year where we will be capturing some live content from real users to highlight this trucking community and all the stories and the great adventures that they've been on, and tips and tricks, just things that they can share with each other. So we're really looking forward to that, and anxious to see how it all comes together. But, at the end of the day, I think Matt's is really Matt's and Shell Rotella are really focused on like supporting these drivers and celebrating them. And we're very excited to be out there, with our users, with our loyalists, and be able to have conversations with them. And of course, we will have plenty of the SuperRigs calendars on hand, so people can come over, see us, and grab one of those.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, Super Rigs will be in Atlanta Motor Speedway this year. It is May 29th to June 1st. So it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you are in the area, please come out and see us. Or if you are a driver, try to plan your route. And we hope to see you there. And who knows, maybe this year you'll make it in the calendar too.
Hey, thanks for watching. To stay up to date on the latest in trucking news, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of new videos when they come out each week.